You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, your girl Belinda here. And we've got two exciting pieces of casting news that came right on the heels of a casting call that has us wondering if it's about Taylor Hayes. So one of these updates on Ins and Outs at B&B is about a legacy soap actor's son making his own soap debut. And the other new piece of casting info has me wondering if Hope Logan really is sick, as so many CBS soap fans suspect she is. So let's unpack all this casting news I have for you. But if you're not following us, we'd love it if you click that subscribe button. So first, and just real quick, I want to address a misconception about not just this new casting call, but all casting calls in general, just to be clear, because I'm seeing some confusion on soap social media. So I did a video about that Bold and the Beautiful casting call. You can see it on the main page of our channel in videos for Monday or on the B&B playlist. I reported Bold is casting a new contract character. Basically, they're casting a contract character, a female, age 45 to 50, supposed to be sophisticated, strong, leading lady. They said in the casting notice that her name would be Sabrina. And I saw some people bickering on Soap Social that it was going to be a new character because of the name. Well, I will say it could be a new character, but we also know that that's a very crowded cast already. But also, and this is what I wanted to clear up about casting calls for soap operas in general, most often casting notices go out without a name or with a fake name. That's a standard practice to try and insulate from spoilers leaking out. So I was wondering when I read it, just based on the description, if it was going to be recast Taylor. Quinn would also be a fit for that description. To be honest, I could live with a Taylor recast, a third Taylor, but for me, Rena Sofer will always be Quinn. But right now she's on contract over at General Hospital, killing it there. So we'll just have to see how it goes. All right. On to the brand spanking new casting news. First, let's talk about the legacy soap actor's son coming to Bold and the Beautiful. If you also watch Young and the Restless, you know who Joshua Morrow is. He plays Nick Newman on Y&R, and he is celebrating his 30 years on the soap opera this week. So it's no wonder that his son, Crew Morrow, is now a soap actor. Crew, C-R-E-W, if you're curious about that spelling. And so this 19-year-old California boy grew up seeing his dad, Josh Morrow, on Y&R. So he's grown up around the whole soap genre. And now Crew is going to play recast Will Spencer, the son of Katie Logan and Dollar Bill Spencer. If you don't remember, it's been a minute. It's been a few years since we saw Will. The first young actor to play Will Spencer was Heather Tom's own son, Zain Acor. She was his mom on TV and then also at home on Real Life, which she said was a real gift to be able to bring him to set. Zain was in that role of Will from the time he was 6 months old until he was nearly 6 years old, and he exited the role in 2018. From there, Finnegan George was the recast Will and played him from 2018 to 2020. So you can see since 2020, it's been quite a few years that we've spent only hearing about Will and not seeing him. So Katie and Bill's son has been basically MIA. I can't remember if they said I think he was off at boarding school. That's what they always do on soaps. Boarding school with rich people, boarding school. So the kid should be about 12 years old now because he was born in, I think, September of 2012, but he just got a SORAS recast. If you don't know that word, that acronym, Soap Opera Rapid Aging Syndrome. So he's jumping from 12. I'm assuming they're going to have him playing age like 18 or 19, but, Crew Morrow could pass for anywhere from 16 to, 25. Quite handsome, like his soap actor father. This is Crew's third acting role, but his first TV role. He is making his Bold and the Beautiful debut on August 1st. He has 2 prior film project credits, an action movie called Continental Split, which is an earthquake movie. That comes out on June 22nd, streaming on Tubi if you want to get a look at Crew before he makes his August 1st debut on Bold. And he did another one called Healing Towers. It's a detective thriller. That one's in post-production. I don't have a release date for it yet. And now Crew Morrow is going to play the aged up version of Bill and Katie's Spawn. I suspected they were going to bring in someone new to play Will now that Bill's got a new daughter, Luna Noelle Spencer. And I've also hoping that we're going to get Darren Brooks back as Big Brother Wyatt Spencer for even just an episode. He's pretty busy. He's got 2 upcoming projects that are in pre-production, but you never know. Maybe we will get a full Dollar Bill Kid reunion and Wyatt comes in for at least an episode or 2. So like his soap actor dad, by the way, Crew is an athlete. He played lacrosse in high school, and he just graduated high school in California last year. And like his soap actor dad, Crew Morrow is very handsome, as befitting a son of the hot stallion himself, Dollar Bill Spencer. I think this is a really interesting piece of casting. I haven't seen the kid do any acting yet, so I'm very interested to see how he goes, but I'm sure his dad was giving him some notes, right? All right, on to the next piece of casting news that has me wondering if Hope Logan really might be sick. Some fans have noticed that some of Hope's recent behaviors are similar to those that Thomas was engaging in when he had that brain bleed. She fainted when she saw Sheila Carter was alive, and I mean, I don't know about you guys, but who faints? I think I've passed out once when I had a really bad flu and like a dummy went to work at McDonald's in high school. But genuine fainting is pretty rare now that we're out of the age of corsets, right? And we have air conditioning and stuff like that. But Hope fainted. And remember, Thomas passed out when he was at the height of his hallucinations about Hope. And we now have Hope hallucinating about Finn. And we all know that B&B loves to repeat plots, and they don't have very rarely they have a truly original thought in the writer's room, I feel like. So I mention this because the new role cast on B&B is for a medical professional working with Li Finnegan and her son Finn over at the hospital. This character's name is April. She's a lab tech. So she's running some kind of test, right? She's going to be played by Jim Belushi's daughter, Jamison Belushi. And her air date is July 15th. So right in the middle of sweeps. So maybe Hope's getting checked out at the hospital. A lab tech means some sort of blood or urine test. That's what they run. They don't do MRIs and things like that. Maybe it's some kind of DNA test, double checking Luna's paternity. Maybe. I could see Katie trying to sneak a test in there and Lee helping her. Or maybe it's some lab test on Hope if there really is something going on in her noggin that's making her chase Finn around when he's clearly not interested. Other than Hope, I just can't think of anyone showing any symptoms of an illness aside from that little bug that Beth Spencer has. Now, maybe that turns into something. I don't know. I could see if Beth really was sick, then that would be an excuse for Hope to get closer to Finn. Hopefully the kiddo is not sick. Maybe it's Hope. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, that is it for this casting update. What do you think about Saurus Will Spencer, who's showing up in early August? Will be as open and accepting towards his new sister Luna as Liam Spencer was? Well, we'll find out in a few weeks. Drop your comments. Please subscribe if you haven't, and be sure to come back soon for more B&B updates. Come chat about Bold with me, Belinda, right here at Soap Dirt on YouTube 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.